Introduction. Welcome back to Living Science. I'm your host, and before we dive into today's fascinating topic, I want to personally invite you to hit that subscribe button and share this episode with someone who might benefit from what we're about to discover together. Your support helps us bring cutting-edge health research directly to you. Now, here's a question that might change how you think about your morning routine forever. What if the simple act of when you eat breakfast could predict how long you'll live? That's not just a catchy headline. It's the groundbreaking conclusion of a 20-year study involving nearly 3,000 adults that's reshaping our understanding of meal timing and longevity. Today, we're exploring research that suggests your breakfast clock might be ticking in ways you never imagined. Part 1. The Scientific Foundation. Let me paint you a picture of what researchers at Mass General Brigham discovered when they embarked on one of the most comprehensive studies of meal timing ever conducted. Picture this. 2,945 community-dwelling adults in the UK, aged 42 to 94 years old, followed meticulously for over 2 decades. This wasn't just a survey. Researchers collected blood samples, tracked health outcomes, and monitored participants through the natural aging process. What they found fundamentally challenges our assumptions about eating patterns as we age. Dr. Hassan Dashti, the lead author and a nutrition scientist and circadian biologist at Massachusetts General Hospital, explains that people experience gradual but significant shifts in when they eat meals as they get older. But here's where it gets fascinating. These shifts aren't just random lifestyle changes. They're predictive patterns that correlate with health outcomes and, remarkably, mortality risk. The study, published in Communications Medicine, revealed that as older adults age, they consistently eat breakfast and dinner at later times. Simultaneously, they narrow their overall eating window each day. Think about this pattern. It's the opposite of what we might expect. Instead of spreading meals throughout the day, aging adults compress their eating into shorter timeframes while pushing mealtimes later. But the real revelation came when researchers analyzed the health implications of these timing shifts. The data showed something unprecedented. Later breakfast timing was consistently associated with physical and mental health conditions, including depression, fatigue, and oral health problems. More striking still, individuals who ate breakfast later had an increased risk of death during the follow-up period. Part 2. The Breakfast Connection. Evidence and implications. Now, let's dive deeper into what makes breakfast timing so crucial for longevity. The research team, including senior author Dr. Altug Dedikoglu from the Izmir Institute of Technology in Turkey, discovered that breakfast timing serves as what Dr. Dashti calls an easy-to-monitor marker of overall health status. Consider the interconnected web of factors they identified. Later breakfast timing wasn't just associated with one health issue. It was linked to a constellation of challenges: depression, chronic fatigue, oral health deterioration, difficulty with meal preparations, and compromised sleep quality. This isn't coincidental. It suggests that breakfast timing might be a window into broader physiological and psychological functioning. The genetic component adds another fascinating layer to this research. The study found that individuals genetically predisposed to being night owls, those who naturally prefer later sleep and wake times, tended to eat meals at later times. This suggests our circadian biology, the internal clock that governs our daily rhythms, plays a crucial role in meal timing preferences and their health consequences. But here's what makes this research particularly compelling: the mortality connection. When researchers tracked participants over 20 years, those who consistently ate breakfast later showed increased risk of death during follow-up. This isn't just correlation. It's a predictive pattern that suggests meal timing could be a biomarker for longevity. Dr. Dashti emphasizes the clinical implications. Patients and clinicians can possibly use shifts in mealtime routines as an early warning sign to look into underlying physical and mental health issues. Imagine your doctor asking not just what you eat, but when you eat it, as part of assessing your overall health trajectory. Part 3. Practical Applications and Lifestyle Integration. So what does this mean for your daily life? The research suggests that encouraging consistent meal schedules, particularly earlier breakfast timing, could become part of broader strategies for promoting healthy aging and longevity. Let's think practically about implementing these insights. If you're currently eating breakfast late in the morning, say 10 a.m. or later, the research suggests gradually shifting to earlier times could have protective health benefits. This isn't about forcing yourself into an uncomfortable routine overnight, but rather understanding that meal timing might be as important as meal composition for long-term health. The study has particular relevance in our current health landscape, where time-restricted eating and intermittent fasting have gained tremendous popularity. Dr. Doshti notes that the health impacts of shifting meal schedules may differ significantly in aging populations compared to younger adults. This is crucial information for anyone over 40 considering these eating patterns. Consider this scenario. You've been intermittent fasting, pushing your first meal to noon or later. While this might work well for a 25-year-old, the research suggests that as you age, this pattern could potentially work against your health outcomes. The key insight is that one-size-fits-all dietary approaches may not account for age-related changes in how our bodies respond to meal timing. The research also highlights the importance of addressing underlying factors that contribute to later meal timing. If difficulty with meal preparation is pushing your breakfast later, addressing this practical challenge could have broader health implications. Similarly, if poor sleep is disrupting your morning routine, improving sleep hygiene might indirectly support healthier meal timing patterns. Part 4. The broader context and future implications. This research represents a significant advancement in our understanding of nutrition and aging, but it also opens new questions about how we approach healthy aging strategies. Dr. Doshti notes, up until now, we had a limited insight into how the timing of meals evolves later in life and how this shift relates to overall health and longevity. The implications extend beyond individual health decisions to healthcare policy and clinical practice. If meal timing can serve as an early warning system for health decline, it could become a simple, cost-effective screening tool. Imagine healthcare providers routinely asking about changes in meal timing during regular checkups, potentially identifying health risks before they become serious problems. From a societal perspective, this research also highlights the importance of supporting aging adults in maintaining consistent meal schedules. This might involve community programs that assist with meal preparation or designing living environments that support regular eating patterns. The research suggests that these seemingly simple interventions could have profound impacts on population health and longevity. The study also adds new scientific weight to the age-old saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, particularly for older individuals. But it's not just about eating breakfast, it's about when you eat it. This nuanced understanding could reshape public health messaging about nutrition and aging. Looking forward, this research opens pathways for personalized nutrition approaches that account for circadian biology and age-related changes. Future studies might explore whether targeted interventions to support earlier breakfast timing can improve health outcomes, or whether certain populations might benefit from different timing strategies. The intersection of chronobiology, or the study of biological rhythms, and nutrition represents a frontier in health research. This study demonstrates that when we eat might be as important as what we eat, particularly as we age. It challenges us to think about nutrition not just in terms of calories and nutrients, but as part of our body's complex temporal organization. Conclusion and call to action. As we wrap up today's exploration of this groundbreaking research, I want to emphasize that understanding the connection between breakfast timing and longevity empowers you to make informed decisions about your health. The research from Mass General Brigham and their collaborators, supported by the National Institute of Health, provides robust evidence that meal timing deserves serious consideration in our approach to healthy aging. Important disclaimer: the content of this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always consult with qualified healthcare professionals before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you have existing health conditions or concerns. If you found today's episode valuable, please subscribe to Living Science and share this episode with friends and family who might benefit from this research. Leave us a positive comment about what topics you'd like us to explore next. Your engagement helps us bring you the most relevant and impactful health science content. Remember, small changes in when you eat breakfast could potentially add years to your life. That's the power of science-backed lifestyle choices. Until next time, keep living science and keep taking care of yourself.